Hello everyone, this is Mr. DeBetz, and in today's Premiere Pro tutorial, I'm basically going to go over the layout of the application. I'm going to show you how to import your footage, put it on the timeline, add text, add music, and to add transitions. So first thing you're going to want to do is once you open up Premiere Pro, you're going to click New Project. Once you hit New Project, you're going to name it 9 Basic Shot Types in Film. Once you do that, you should have already downloaded your footage to your Mac. In this case, I'm going to find my footage on the desktop, and I named it 9 Basic Shot Types. I'm going to click on it. And something you want to do before you upload your clips is you want to go over to the right to the import settings where it says Create New Sequence. You want to make sure that you turn that off. So you want it to be gray and not blue. All right, once you do that, you're going to import your files. So here I just have 4 shot types, and then I'm going to hit Create. Once I hit Create, it's going to open up Premiere Pro, and this is basically where I have all my different settings and functions. Here's my timeline. Here's my media bin, and this is going to be where I get to see my footage. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click and drag the establishing shot to my timeline. So now you're going to see that I have my clips here of this establishing shot of like this castle. So again, your clip should only be about 3 to 7 seconds. So I'm going to scroll until I get to about 5 seconds, which you can see here. And then if you go to the end of any clip, you're going to see a little red arrow. It's going to allow you to click, drag, and to trim that clip. In the bottom left here, you can also extend the timeline. So if you wanted to make this clip a little easier and more accessible, you extend it to the left. If you want to shrink it, you can extend it to the right. So again, now when I play this, you're going to see that I have my establishing shot here ready to go. All right. Once I do that, I'm then going to drag my other clips. So I'm going to go to my medium close-up. I'm going to drag it to my timeline. I'm going to trim it a little bit. And then I'm going to take my extreme wide shot. I'm going to click it, drag it onto my timeline. Again, it's a little too long, so I'm going to trim the clip a little bit. And then my last one is going to be the extreme close-up. I'm going to click, drag it to my timeline. Then again, I'm going to trim the clip so it's a little shorter. So now if I were to play this, you're going to see all of these clips play back to back to back on the timeline. If you want to speed up a clip, you hit L on your keyboard, and it'll speed up the timeline for you. Great. All right, so now that I have my clips, I'm going to show you how to add text to them. To add text, you should have a toolbar. On your toolbar, you have all these different functions, but for this case, we're going to click on the Type tool. Once you click on the Type tool, you're going to go to the playhead here. You're going to click, hold. You're going to create this little red box, and now it's going to allow you to type. So I'm going to write establishing shot. What's nice here though is you can also change the font type and the color. In order to do that, you're going to want to select the text. You're going to look for Essential Graphics. Once you're in the Essential Graphics menu, it gives you the option to mess with the text. So in this case, I'm going to put, let's see if I have it. I'm going to do one called Orange Squash. So now it changes the type. I'm going to change the color of the text. I'm going to make it orange. And then you can also add a stroke to it. In this case, I'm going to add a black, we'll do a white stroke so we can actually see what it says. Cool. So again, that's just a simple way to add text. And then if you click on it, you're able to move it. You're able to drag it around. I'm going to extend the top here just so it's sort of, we can see it here. Great. So now you're going to want to add the names to each of your shot types. An easy way to do this is if you click on the pink text here on your timeline, hold Option, drag it upwards, let go. So now that's the way you can copy. So I'm going to move this one now to my medium shot. I'm going to change the name to my medium close-up. medium close-up. Again, same thing, you click on the pink text here, you're gonna hold the Option key, drag it upwards, let go, you make a copy. I'm gonna drag it now to my next one, which is the extreme wide shot. So now again, I'm gonna click here, extreme wide shot. And then for the very last one again, hold Option on this pink text, drag it upwards, drag it to your final clip here, which is my extreme close-up. Perfect. So now if I were to watch this play, you're going to see all the shots with their names: establishing shot, medium close-up, extreme wide shot, etc. All right, the last thing I'm going to have you do with your clips is you're going to add a transition. The easiest way to do this is if you go in between the two clips on your timeline, you're going to then right-click. After you right-click, you can just hit Apply Default Transitions. And then again, you're going to want to do this to also the text. So now when this plays, you're going to see it sort of fade in, fade out. So again, I'll do this again. You see the red arrow, right-click in between the clips, Apply Default Transition, Apply Default Transition. And then you're going to sort of see that subtle dissolve, that subtle fade there. Then I'm going to do it one more time, Apply Default Transitions, Apply Default Transitions, and then you're going to see this at the very end. Great. Once you have all 9 of your shots, the last thing I want you to do is go to the end of the very last shot until you get a black screen. You're going to add another text box, and then I just want you to write edited by, and then you're going to put just your name. And then that's all done. And then to turn it in, you go Export. Make sure you name it 9 basic shot types. On the location, you want to click on this blue link. Make sure you put the location on your desktop. That's way it's easy to find. You can hit Save. And then you're going to hit Export. Once you hit Export, it'll create an MP4. And that's going to be the file you turn in on Canvas. If you have any questions, just let me know. Otherwise, that's it.